Yeah, that is funny. What's up, y'all? We back on another show. It's November 4th, I think. Back for another show. About to have a great one. Waiting for my co-host to come in here and we can get it started. But anyways, I had a great week. What's up, Angel? I'm still waiting on my DoorDash delivery. I'm gonna need some food after this show for sure. That Pizza Hut that you had that one time, it was good, but I didn't know you was sending it, so I was prepared, so I ate already. But this time I really didn't eat just in case, because you sending some Pizza Hut through. I'm just saying it might be perfect timing today. But you said it's cool. You said it's cool now. Ah, man. Yeah, we just change it later. No, he didn't save me any wings. He didn't mention them. He didn't mention, yeah, I got wings in the fridge. Nothing. They probably gone. So, the Browns played today, the first game without Hugh Jackson, and I mean, the only thing I can say is you can't blame it on Hugh this time. So, I mean, what other excuses do you have? Like, you can't blame it on Hugh this time. But I did like them using Duke Johnson more than they have used in the past. Because you see, he was wide open for a lot of plays. And then Chubb was doing this thing, too. The brews for today is courtesy of a local Cleveland brewery called Masthead. It's pretty delicious beers, I must say. So clocking in at 5:05.
Hey, 7-minute grace period.
With the grace period, so he's still up. He was late, but there's no consequences. Not that it would be anyway, because we don't roll like that over here. We ain't make you feel pressed.
As long as you show up, and I mean show up when you're here, and not just show up for the show. You gotta show up.
Show up, you do your job.
Right.
Do what you're supposed to do. And you'll probably do it like they should be thankful because you're doing it in a shorter amount of time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm saving you money. Don't be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad at me.
Instead of the normal 8, I get it in 7 hours, 28 minutes.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saving you money and giving you maximum effort. Because, I know I fucked up. I was late. So, now, this is my intro to Masthead. And first impressions is interesting because, like, I feel like it's just a can. You just put a label over it. Like, normally it's printed on the can. Independent Craft Brewers Association. So,
probably cheaper to put the sticker.
Yeah.
But when you consider it cost, things change.
Everything. Yeah.
The product in the can. Product in the can is good. You got a regular, what do I want to say? A regular bottle, not a bottle. I mean, regular can. I mean, the design, everything is cool on it.
No, I'm not saying it's cool. I'm just saying, like, all right, so look. All right, so you see how much room. It's gonna be hard for y'all to see it on the camera, but you see how much room, and you see like the lip here. That's what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes when it's not as consistent, then it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know that it's like, look, just like literally look, like it would match up perfect.
Because it is.
Yeah.
I mean, match up perfectly with the bottom, but you see, it's, I don't know.
It's slightly over, like it's just, you know what I'm saying? But
at the end of the day, do I care? Not at all.
We got a nigga in the alley, like, you want to put stickers on cans? Like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, sometimes we got to do it in the alley. Like, you know,
They
might have a little something.
The Bud Light prices, but
just print it out. I'm just saying.
Print it on the can.
I ain't knocking it. You know, I always rep the land, no matter what. Erica, what's happening? Missed you last week. This is
Yeah, Erica, I see your brother in a play. I don't know what play. But I just know it's at the Ohio Theater. You like it?
The first taste was interesting, but most IPAs are super ashy. Big apologies, by the way. So typically IPAs are initially like a shock because it's different than like regular domestics, Bud Light and all that stuff. And then I scroll to the back and I see this is 7%. There's a lot of alcohol in this can.
How many ounces? 16.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of alcohol, man. And of course, the mystery cup. See, I
thought it was some coffee. I'm like, man, I want to sound. I'm getting kind of sleepy. You could have put me together. But I see it's not coffee. But you still should have put me together. Still should have put me together
either way. So, like, I don't mind repping local companies. Like Great Lakes is a local company. It's big, but it's a local company. Mm-hmm. You know, they've just been around for a long time. But the other people, like the people in this cup, though, different. Way different. You got to pay us. Y'all got it. I know y'all got it. Mm-hmm. If y'all just give what I gave y'all back, I don't want to call out no names, but I will. It's a certain cognac that's very
you don't gotta rep them.
Popular in the black community.
Don't rep them.
No.
They know who they are.
They know who they are. I'm just saying.
But at the same time, it's like
if you give me what I gave you
over the years.
Oh man, you know. I'm just saying, you know, it'll be a different story. That's all I'm saying. I am like this is ridiculous.
You got the. I was closing the door to your bedroom. I seen the lotion on the nightstand. It fell off. Oh. If I would have known.
I don't like how you try to put that news out there. Some sleepy time lotion. It helped you go to sleep. Ebony J, what's happening, man? I didn't tell you about that young lady. You know, after funeral shenanigans.
I seen her. She put a post like, "I'm finally leaving my mom's house." It was probably like, I don't know, late.
I'll just say this. I haven't even told you about that young lady's post-funeral extracurriculars. I'll say that.
Can you elaborate on some of them?
Not on camera. Not on camera, I can't.
Hey. I'm just going to say sometimes it's needed.
Shit. I'm just saying.
Hey, she, her show a family show, so.
Oh, yeah,
we can't talk about those things.
Of course. Ebony Jane, what? I was talking about the different, don't worry about it. It's fine. Damn, shout out to the viewers, though.
Yeah, everybody was tuning in. They don't say everybody, like, whoever. It's probably like people that we follow or who follow the page, but they don't show everybody who watching the thing.
Oh, no, but let's start this off early. So if y'all got something y'all want to talk about, definitely throw it in the comments. We got some little stuff, I got some little stuff. I don't know,
But you know how the show flows.
I mean, but the show flow.
What it is, and then once we get on whatever topic,
you know what I want to do? Like somebody out there, y'all should help us out, or we should have a stopwatch to find out how long we can go into a show without bringing up race He also like bringing up race
Man.
or racism or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty confident it won't be. I don't know.
I mean, but that's what's going on.
It's huge and it's
not like you can escape it. Like,
yeah. I'm just saying though, like just in general. So technically, would I be disqualified because I just brought up race or?
No, you just
get it out there. Yeah. So what I'm saying, like I said, y'all got something y'all want to talk. You gotta scroll down. I only got my phone.
Oh yeah. So yeah, y'all got anything y'all want to talk about? We can most definitely elaborate on it.
Y'all got hella comment. Let me get my phone.
Like you the comment man. Like you tell me the comments, but other than that, I'm just looking at. Yeah. Your sister said not on camera. She can't talk about that. And she said that was. Hey, she said that wasn't Ebony J. That was Ebony J.
She took it. That was 94 Ebony, man. She took it back.
The 90s.
Yeah. That's that. That's that. Before you get your masters. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you're doing.
Yeah, we can talk about the holidays right quick. So October 31st, it was Halloween, etc. November 1st, next thing you know, it's Christmas in my house already. Like went from Halloween to Christmas, we just skip straight over Thanksgiving. I see Christmas, everything in the house. So next time we have a show at my house, it's gonna be very festive. Very festive.
You got that your interior decorator she's on point.
Yeah, she should. I don't like. Can you get a degree? She don't even need to get a degree. She just need to just
do it. Yeah, for real. Straight up.
Stop fucking around. Decorate people's houses professionally. It's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be you gonna put your heart and soul into it. That's what she need to do.
I agree. All right, so
in my house, like men, I think men, a husband, I don't want to say no boyfriend because y'all ain't really together. Like I'm talking about your husband, married, marriage. In your house, a man should have one room where he can do whatever he wants. Just one room. Like a man needs it because sometimes I just want to throw some shit in there. Just throw it. I don't care what it look like. I mean, that's just a man's mentality. I just know where it's at, and when I need to find it, I can find it.
So, but that's just a guy. I mean, because there's some women like that too. But I seen this post online. I don't know if it was real or not, but somebody else, like in an office, they sent a text to a dude that was like off today or whatever. They sent him a thing like I'm saying that I'm at the desk today. You got any paper clips? And I got one at the bottom of the file cabinet on the left hand side, like. So clearly he had dropped it and seen it there, but he just never picked it up. But like when they needed one paperclip, like it was right there. Like dude took a picture of his phone and then took a picture of like the paperclip. Like it's right there. So I don't know. So I agree.
I mean, that's how it is for a man. But the rest of the house, like don't do nothing. Like nothing without permission. Like that's not your house. You just living there. You rent. You rent for the rest of your life, for the most part.
So Erica said her husband got a big man cave. First off, congratulations. Because
I salute you.
What do you salute? The marriage or the man cave, or that she gave him a man cave?
Yeah, she gave him a man cave. but usually when y'all get married, you get your own house together, like you demand a man cave, like it has to be demanded. Because they be having like before you know it, they got plans of what they're gonna do with the house. So you got to step in and say, "Hey, I need a room." You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you might have to put a lock on that room.
Wait a minute.
You might have to put a lock, and you the only person that got the key to that room.
No, Erica said she got a big closet and he got a whole man cave. Get out of here. Your woman cave is the rest of the house. So you got a closet for your clothes, but the rest of the house is your woman cave or your she shed or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. Don't be pretending, or I'm gonna need visual evidence because that's just not. Hey, man,
Look,
ain't how women work. Don't be acting out here.
Look, like Chris Rock said, go hang a picture somewhere in your house, and I guarantee it'll get taken down immediately. I guarantee it. Like it's not happening. You do anything in the house, like it has to be like you can't. There's no talking about it, no negotiations. Like it's your wife's way. You just gotta respect it because you don't want no smoke. You don't want no smoke when you lay your head at.
Yes. Like first off, you'll be sleeping peacefully, like not even thinking about nothing. She'll be just up stewing. I mean stewing. Turn this a beef stew over there, like
3 o'clock in the morning. Lights go on. Yeah. You're just trying to sleep peacefully. You know, you sleeping, you get bumped, you nudge, you wake up in the morning. You know, she make you some dinner. She make it extra hot, some chili. She makes some extra hot chili for you, like just things to just try to sabotage.
Just little small things.
Like you don't want no. You know, you come home from work, you starved. Like, I love some chili.
Like you walk out, as soon as you walk in, like, oh man, she got the crock pot something or whatever. You walk in there, you're like, oh man. My baby got me together, and you taste it, and this nigga is ghost pepper, like it's good. It's ghost pepper.
and she on the couch eat some chili like nothing ain't wrong.
Hey, cause look, like that's what women do. Like so, they eat the same chili that you complain about, but they're inside she's dying because she's mad, so she don't really feel it though. But she feel how hot the chili is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Either that or she made herself a separate thing, and like she been starving all day, but she wants to be eating that when you walk in. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she couldn't eat all day. You know what I'm saying? She had to wait for you to come in so she could see you, or you know what I'm saying? So she could look you right in your eyes while she eating the chili. And you're like, oh, everything all good. She eating. She watching TV. She happy. I'm going to go give me a bowl of chili. No.
On fire. Or, like, you know what? I'm going to make, I know you working hard. I'm gonna make you a lunch for work. Lunch, you keep some work. You heat it up, you eat it like, oh, this is good. Next thing you know, your tummy start fucking bubbling and shit. You shit 2-3 times, and then you realize she done Bill Cosby your fucking little soup and shit.
Sprinkle some like you asked her to make you a drink. She done put a little bit of antifreeze in your shit. Like not enough to kill you or hurt you, but just enough to fuck you up. Like your stomach gonna be I believe it.
That's why you don't want no smoke in the household. None.
Let's see, Abby said, she said her husband don't have a room, but he got a big dumb TV to take up room. Now I can vouch for that. They got like a 65 or 70-inch fatback TV too, and I don't know if it worked or it don't work or it need to be fixed or something. But this is the biggest TV. It's the biggest TV I've ever seen as a TV. You know what I'm saying? Like I know they make 75-inch screens and stuff now. This is just a huge, like anything bigger than. You don't need a TV this big, is what I'm trying to say. Like, if you want a screen this big, you get a projector. Like, that's how big the TV is. Like, like, get a projector. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, what are y'all doing? Why do you still have it? And get a projector.
But she don't like it, do she?
No, because it don't work. Like, it's just sitting there.
But he wanted, but he probably like, it's gonna stay there just because she don't like it.
Well,
that could probably be time to be. I don't know.
Also, I don't know who's gonna help that nigga move the TV.
That's another thing. This
is gonna be sitting there. Don't ask me. I gotta work. I got 3 jobs and stuff. I gotta
hire some movers.
She said she didn't even like it when it worked. That was a big stupid. Now come on now. Now, like I don't even like this. Like you see the area, like this back part, like between the wall and like the TV is like that style. Like it's huge. It's huge.
500-pound TV.
Yeah, and it ain't even like a flat. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a huge TV.
Yeah, I agree with Ebony on that. It's
so like if you single or whatever, like you had a dudes over for the game or something like that. That's cool. I can get that.
The magazine still up there?
Yeah.
Let me see that. Yeah, that's cool. But when you cross over,
yeah, you gotta be like, all right.
like when you cross over in this world, like you gotta compromise on some things.
Yeah, he bought it when he was single. So when he crossed over, you gotta let it go. Or find a man cave.
I mean, all men were single when they, before they became husbands. But you gotta keep that singleness in you somehow. Like you don't gotta be
not to TV though. I agree.
Yeah, like,
definitely agree.
That's where the man cave come in because I can just chill out. Like I can chill. I have shit wherever I want to shit it. Have it. Like I can leave something somewhere. Then I come back and it's right there instead of it being up under something, in the back of something, around the corner from something, and I can't find it.
So the crawl space that go underneath the stairs, the front stairs, where you gotta move the entire house to get there, and then you come home like you're like, oh no, I put it in there, like, hey, you see my picture of whatever? Oh yeah, I put it in the crawl space, like, and then you be thinking like, nigga, how? Like how? Like, did you move the couch? And crawl by all the stuff. Like, how did you do this? And why did you do that? Though? Like,
look, I'm gonna tell you this. I haven't seen this one hostess that I need in about 3 months. I can't find it.
No, she got it.
3 months. 3. Luckily, it was inexpensive. It was expensive, man. But it's like it's inexpensive, but it costs to the point where I ain't trying to replace it. Just in case I find it.
That's true.
But
that's true.
It just I don't know, it disappeared. But
what you about to say about the book?
I was just saying, when you cross in this world and you at the IX Center trying different cakes and shit for the wedding, like just know, like you're gonna have to become a part, like a real life partner out here. Like you can't be Kobe on the team, nigga. You gotta be LeBron on the Lakers. You gotta pass that fucking rock, like for real.
Erica said, she said, not singleness. Like, it's not a word.
Like, I mean, we're not grammatically correct on this show. We got, slang, but I understand you. That's unacceptable. Singleness.
Ebony said he tried to have a man cave, but the TV was too big. Exactly. That's what you like, all right, well, clearly this TV not going to work with his lifestyle. So, I just got to make some changes. I gotta make some changes, man. Yeah, when you're we're safe. Evan said, whose house y'all at? No, we safe.
Individuality. Yeah, you're right. That's what I should have said.
No, we safe. I'm safe.
Or I'm gonna say bachelor, or that's why I should have said the bachelor lifestyle. The bachelor lifestyle.
Instead of singleness. So we I'm safe. Somebody gotta go home, and I know for a fact his wife watched the show.
I'm good. Good.
All right, whatever. No. How you ask me?
I relish in the lifestyle. It's like it is what it is. But you dabbling in the lifestyle, but you still a bachelor, so nobody can't tell you nothing right now.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm at a good place.
How so?
Nigga, because I said I'm at a good place, and I mean, because like you just said, like I dabble, but not technically. You know what I'm saying? It's a good place. I don't know how long this period lasts. You know what I'm saying?
That's
but
determined right there.
But
you can't put it is a time step on, but you don't know. You don't know the time step.
Yeah. No.
You don't know the time step. That's on it. But when it comes, you're gonna have to come to that decision. And I mean, you can do whatever you want, but
what happened? Said that magazine at his house.
You already planning, huh?
Oh,
some clues.
Sorry.
Giving some clues around the house. Like, I didn't even pick up on it. I seen it, but I didn't pick up. It just
that's pretty. I went in. I'm like, what are you talking about? All right,
it's just some clues. Some clues being left around the house.
Fair enough. I'll give you
some clues.
I'll give you a bunch of laughs at that because I was
like you
late.
You can't put more of a bigger clue than this. Like this is a random ass magazine right here, man.
And when you take a look around at everything else, it do kind of stand out. Like, who? What is this? Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't know your time. Like I said, that time stamp. That time stamp is coming.
I mean, for everybody though, I ain't tripping, man. It's all good. It's funny though. It's a funny like stuff like that is funny because you don't be thinking about it, but people that's already in that life, like they already know it's like like people that's already married or whatever, like they already know what's next. They know.
I don't know, but like you know, people like what some people say. You know, I ain't getting married. Marriage is just a piece of paper. It don't mean nothing. Nigga, hell no. Like that. Like, don't let nobody confuse you with it's just a piece of paper. No, that shit. Like, of course, the love is is all it'll always be there. But it's a change when you get married because then it's like serious. Like I'm committed to you forever. You committed to me forever, and you know
that divorce is not an option. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Divorce is not an option. So it's like you can't get out easily as it is like a regular, boyfriend girl.
You can't just leave. You know what I'm saying?
You can get mad as fuck over some shit, but it ain't like, you can be like, it's over. Like, no, you gonna have to go to the lawyers, this and that. And, no, that makes you be like, well, I'm gonna have to. Then that's when it really hits you.
Compromise.
You gotta talk. You gotta talk to this person. And if you're not the type of person who like let's say you're a bachelor, you doing your own thing. All of a sudden you thrown in that situation, it's like, what the fuck? Like I'm used to just doing whatever the fuck I want to, but now I gotta consider somebody else's feelings and opinions and etc. So
and we said now it's the only legal way to get life insurance. Yep. Yep. I don't want to hear about none of this. I left it in my will stuff.
Oh, the will. Oh, did you see the Will and Jada thing?
Yeah, I did. Part 1 and 2.
Like, I mean, but that's what it is, though. Like,
you know what I'm saying? But see, like the thing about theirs, I know it's annoying y'all, my bad, but this can't think it's annoying me.
Yeah, but I mean, they were talking. I mean, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith were talking some real shit though.
Like, but that's how it's supposed. Like, I get it. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. You know, so like people get married for a bunch of different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Some good, some bad. Some, where you want a certain type of life so bad that you overlook a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But once you get in it though, and I'm not saying for everybody, like the divorce ain't an option for everybody. That's kind of what Jada said. Mm-hmm. Sometimes nigga, divorce is the option. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you know what I'm saying? Ideally, you find the person where y'all both agree, like, all right, we're gonna go through this journey. There's gonna be some ups, there's gonna be some downs. It's gonna be some, I don't want to say cheating, but it's gonna be some stuff that's gonna really test your limits, you know what I'm saying? But are we in agreement that no matter what, like divorcing the option, like we gotta take a break, If we gotta whatever, like but that divorce it ain't the option, like that's the shit.
Like when
marriage work, and I ain't even married.
Right, like shit, like cheating, like cheating. Okay, that's a divorceable offense, but y'all not like communicating, get along. That's not a divorceable offense because at one point in time, y'all was communicating, getting along.
Fine, perfectly fine.
Something happened over that time where y'all need to get back to that. You need to work to get back to that. But some people don't understand that, and they immediately go to try to find somebody else or some shit. Sort of. But what the fuck I was? Oh, but back to the Will and Jada thing. When he said that he planned that birthday, her 40th birthday party for her, and he tried to make everything big and this and that, and she was mad. She was like, I hate this, I don't like this. But he was saying that, he was really doing it for him and his ego.
The show,
you got
look what I can
Will
do
Smith,
for you,
like Will Smith. Yeah. I got all this money. I'm a famous actor. Like, and look what I can do for you. But even Will Smith, as big as Will Smith is, he had to tone down his ego because it was like it was fucking, you know, it was fucking.
Ain't no compromise. Like I'm
right.
like I can do this, and this is what I want to do, and let me show you what I can do for you, and let me show you the resources I have. You know, Jada was a star in her own right, but it is Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me show you what I can do. Let me show you the digging I can do. Let me show you the amount of work I can put into to having this grand celebration. And without asking you one time, like, is this something you'll be interested in? Like, you want a big party, especially, especially for a birthday like 40th. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of women have issues with that 40th or 30, like any zero number pretty much. Like 40, 30, start at 30, 30, 40, 50, whatever. And people have time and stuff, or have an issue with it. So, so without even asking her, and it's just like, this, I'm Will Smith, and this is just, let me show you how much I love you by doing something big, where it's gonna come back like, good job, Will. You know what I'm saying? And that just ain't how it works, man.
Right. Like you know, she wanted more so private, and I guess the video that he showed her, somebody that she really cared about, she never seen it before. Yeah. So of course it's like, damn, like, I don't want all these people seeing this.
Get emotional or whatever. Yeah.
It was like she was lightweight in Paris. So he was like, like, I mean, just imagine like Will Smith, like, damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like Will Smith though. So like, it ain't like it's always gonna be a struggle, but more so good, a good struggle because you're trying to get, y'all
should have similar goals. So y'all both working towards getting to, a place in life. Like together, like as a team, and like that's the hardest thing to do. It's like, so in life, yeah, I'm saying, like in life though, think about life, right? So from a kid, your parents, like they all, from a baby growing up, right? Your parents teach you to be independent, like how to depend on yourself for everything, how to cook your own food, and how to, like, no matter what you can do, like you have the power in you, whatever it is that your parents teach you, but they teach how to be independent, how to take care of yourself. Nigga, now when you start getting older and get into relationships and marriage and stuff, nigga, that becomes like, you could do this, but also don't intrude on your partners because your partner was told the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So now y'all gotta find like that middle ground, which is great, you know what I'm saying? But it's work to make it to give and take. Like it's work to really get to that point though.
Right. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like
that Will and Jada thing was super dope, man. It was super dope though.
Right. It was, because it showed you, like, a couple like them win the spotlight, this and that.
Yep.
They can have problems too, and you'll never know.
Yep. And then I think I do like at Will Smith at the end was like he was like what other rumors have we heard that we wanted to clear up or whatever, like about them being Scientologists, about them having an open marriage or being swingers or something like that. Like, so just put whether do or don't, like, but just to get out there in their own words that we ain't never did this.
Right, they're just very private. Nobody don't know nothing about it. It's probably like a nanny or whatever.
Hating or anything.
They got fired. Just talking about, they was having problems or whatever.
And that's how I feel about. And that's how I feel about like another huge couple, like the Jay-Z Beyonce situation, right? Hold on, Erica said. Yeah, like she said, they were talking about compromise. Yes, like that's what relationships, not just what.
No, you can say like
tap me,
when I tap you, that means I'm about to say something right after you say something.
Oh, nigga, I ain't know. This is my first time. I know. So so I don't remember what I was talking about now. I know the Beyonce Jay-Z part, but
you said the compromise.
Oh, so yeah. So So they're talking about compromising, and that's what relationships are. I don't care if it's a personal relationship, like a working relationship, a friendship. You know what I'm saying? Any type of relationship between people, or even people and their animals or whatever. Like, it's always compromise. Like, I do what you say. I'll protect the house. You feed me or give me treats or whatever. Whatever.
Right. But
compromise is key.
Like, what was funny to me is when Will Smith was like, I like to go to places I've never been before, have fun, kick it.
She like
She
to
like
sit in
to
the
go,
house.
she like to sit in the house, have a little, like do the same thing, same
year.
one thing,
same
every
holiday.
year.
Yeah.
And so we decided, you get to pick 5 things, I pick 5 things, and that's what we do.
Compromise.
Right.
That's compromise. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that, you're right. That right there is the definition of compromise. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be able to say, I like to go do, you know what I'm saying, wild stuff that I never did before, places I've never been before. She like to sit at home on these holidays and have the same meal, like do the same thing over and over. And yet, it balance out because they both get what they want, so they kind of keeps both of them happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's compromise. Erica said, yeah, 2 different people. I mean, like I said, just in any situation, in any relationship, any situation in life, you gotta have give and take. You gotta have, any relationship, you gotta have give and take. It's gonna be good and bad. You're gonna have ups and downs. But the compromise, being able to compromise and understand that, or you compromise on this one, so if you have a good partner, they'll compromise on the next one, or whatever. It might be 2 and 2, or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? But like, it just gotta work out. And if not, you need to get out your situation because your teammate's shitty. This is what it is. Like, you got a shitty. There's nothing worse than having a shitty teammate.
Everybody on pass you the ball,
nigga. Like just a shitty teammate, man.
Like hey, a shitty teammate where they say something crazy where you just let somebody run right past you when you trying to pass block.
Shout out to Travis, man. He had a hell of a day today. Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey. See, because of me, the Browns could have won this game. You take Travis out of this, we had a chance. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Travis Kelce, man.
Like, people change.
But at the same time, yeah, he was a shitty teammate. My give back to him was being a worse teammate. I always got that nigga killed on the football field.
Oh man!
Shout out to Travis Kelce.
Hey, but back to what I was saying, like, your house ain't your house. Will Smith, like, I seen, like, Will Smith do his little blog things, and I seen, he came home. He said he came home one day. The garage had a whole what do you call it? Like a sound room, film room. The people, the producers.
In the garage.
You see it in the garage. You come in the house. There's a whole studio set up. Like, what can you do?
Yeah. And that's Will Smith.
So imagine you.
You don't got nothing coming.
Fucking.
You got nothing coming.
Imagine you, Terrell. They from 90th, like, got a part-time job, like, nigga, you
barely making it. Yeah,
you can't say
you walk in the house.
So look, that's Will Smith. Like, Will Smith got to compromise, nigga. You got to compromise.
That's true. That's a good way of looking at it. But like the Beyonce Jay-Z. So I don't know, just so much. I'm assuming it is. Like, I'm assuming it's compromise in their relationship. Like something I heard before, like a couple of times, like, man, like, Beyonce's so great. Like, man, if somebody can cheat on Beyonce, I think what chance do I have or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know.
It was like you don't know their relationship.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't know Jay-Z. Like, from what I gathered, what he was talking about in it, and when he was doing the 444 stuff, and he had made the video with, like, Jay-Z was in it, Will Smith, like a whole bunch of, like, married men was in it. And that, did you see that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. From what I gathered from that video was he was basically, on this big pimping shit. Like, like, it is what it is.
But and then you know what I'm saying, like, so people like, just because people have private relationships and people make songs or hear stuff, then they assume that they know these people. Like, y'all don't know these people. Like, people are like, oh man, I can't believe so and so would do that. Like, why? Like, you don't know these people. Like, people watch reality TV and and follow people on social media so closely. They think they know it. Like y'all don't know these people. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know you only know what they tell you. You only know the image.
You only know what they want you to know. Yeah. Like that's literally all it comes down to. You know what I'm saying?
So, Hov, from what he was saying, he never really,
he said
never really had any emotions for any type of woman in his life anyway. Like, then he met her, and it was like, oh shit, but just because you meet her don't mean you just gonna immediately change. You might love her,
yeah,
but you still gonna be stuck in your ways.
And
then, like, even Hov went to therapy. Like Hov, we're talking about Sean Carter, Jay-Z,
$1 billion Hov.
He even went to therapy. He had to talk about the shit. Like,
man. And then so the 444 part, like when he was releasing the videos and they had like married guys talking about how they went from one lifestyle, one extreme to trying to settle down and be married and making mistakes and stuff like this, because that's like we talked about counseling and stuff before on the show and talk about Epiffany J. Yeah, Epiffany Jay was on there.
Let me just roll up a J. Roll up a J.
Little MJ. So they we talk about counseling then and talk about how guys don't want to go to counseling, or they feel like going to counseling makes them weak or and all this stuff. Like, but this $1 billion hole, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he went to counseling, and you know what I'm saying, and not saying that. I'm just saying, like, so if you're on one end of the spectrum and he on the other end, like, there's no reason for you to feel any type of way about going to counseling or trying to get help to figure out mentally what's going on or what you missed out on as a kid growing up, or what whatever that you're missing. You know what I'm saying? To get to a point where you are accepting of that love and of having a family and kids and all that shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like people ain't really taught that. Like certain people are, but certain people are not taught that. You know what I'm saying? Or how to treat women, or you know what I'm saying? That women are to be partners and not objects. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
and then you grow up, listen to these rappers.
Yeah, and you wanna.
Like, I got, I can't even remember Jay-Z live right now, but
I remember Big Pimp, but that's the shit. That's like, every time I think about him being with Beyonce, that's the first line that goes through my mind. That not for nothing,
I'll be forever
Mackin. I got no patience, like, you know what I'm saying. I hate waiting. Get your ass in, like, you know what I'm saying. And then just the nigga that so now he got married and got 3 kids now. Like, it's crazy.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, Jay-Z he rich and famous. He was probably really on that shit, like, just doing what he was doing. But now that he's older and more wiser, he's probably looking at it like that. Like, when I heard him actually say, like, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I said that shit. Like, what the fuck I was thinking? Like, that's why you listen to 444. It's a totally different Jay-Z. Then he made one song on there, the one with Damian Marley, where he backed the whole talking about shit.
Yeah, fuck all that Sean Carter shit, nigga. Whole,
but like.
So the 444 and that last shit, that the Carter's album, and they went on the whole thing and kind of explained, you know what I'm saying? And Beyonce was talking about, like, the love I got is stronger than the mistakes that he made. And I think that's something that Jada said too on that thing. Like, I don't know who said it first or whatever, but like, yeah, like, nigga make mistakes. People make mistakes, like male or female, you know what I'm saying? But y'all love and y'all commitment for each other and y'all family, kids, whatever, gotta be strong enough, big enough to overcome that. And if it ain't, then get out, because you got a shitty partner. Like, you, like, people that's married, especially, like, people that's in dating or whatever, you got time to figure it out. But you married already, and you be like, I can't really depend on my partner for, whatever it is on your spectrum that you feel like you need, or that you need from your partner. If you can't do it, then you gotta fucking get out, because there's nothing worse than a shitty partner. Like,
there's no compromise and no nothing. Like, you can't talk through anything, even small stuff. Let's say you go to counseling, that don't help. It's like, I'm not to be 50, 60 years deep in this shit. Like,
yeah.
But like, yeah, like Erica said, like, counseling can't help, because it lets you, break down. Like, it'll break down. Y'all having a problem. Let's say y'all having a problem with communicating. It'll break down, how each of you communicate, and the flaws in your communication and to where you go wrong. So next time y'all get into an argument, then hey, I shouldn't talk to this person right now because I'm a little mad and she mad. She gonna say something crazy. Let me just tag up, chill, talk to her a little bit later or tomorrow or whatever, and then we can have a sensible conversation about it.
And then you can figure out exactly. That's the biggest thing about counseling, I think, is that it teaches you, clearly, if y'all was perfect, then y'all wouldn't be going to counseling. If you going to counseling, or if one person on the team recommends counseling, then clearly that person feel like y'all missing something somewhere. And to go to a person and have them be able to identify that, so that later on, to give y'all the tools, so that later on y'all can go, and when issues do arise, then y'all will be able to y'all now have the tools to be able to fix whatever it is that y'all was lacking. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's communication or whether it's physical or whatever it is, that person can identify the tools that y'all need, and that can only make the team better. If you too selfish to make the team better, then you're the shitty partner and your partner to get out. This is what it is.
It is what it is. It's true. But yeah. Just understand, just because you're famous don't mean, and you got money don't mean that your problems go away. So,
or people that be listening to rap and all this stuff, and fuck these hoes and this and that. Nigga, they're married. All your favorite rappers married.
Right. I don't even really want to listen to no shit like that. Okay, maybe it was cool when I was 21. I was in the club.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
I was really trying to.
It's like fuck these hoes because there's more hoes out here or whatever.
I'm really trying to bag everything moving
with legs
in the club. Anything. I'm trying to bag. I'm trying to get a number. I don't even care if I'm striking out.
It don't even matter. It don't even matter.
If I'm 17 for 31, it was a good night for me.
That's a hell of a night.
So
that's a hell of a night.
Really don't matter.
3 for 10 is a good night. Women don't understand. They're I'll shut him down. All right, yeah, but the other girl in the corners, you got a nigga the number. You know what I'm saying? So he happy. He was just a cog. He's a cog in the system.
That's the number. And that was the lifestyle. But as you get older, and you have that lifestyle, and especially as women get older, they're gonna be looking at you this nigga just trying to. I already been through this.
Yeah, I ain't doing this again. Yeah.
You already been through that situation. All you trying to do is have sex with me. No, I'm good.
I'm gonna let you read this.
So it's like you can't.
Let you read this next comment.
Hold on, before I read it, let me see. I forgot what I was about to say.
I don't remember either.
But yeah, you just. But as you get older, then it's you can't be out here.
Well, if you,
you can, but you'll just have to. But it's gonna be something all right, you 30, 32, it's gonna be ran through whatever you messing with. Just believe that. You can't have no good girl, but just be trying to have that type of relationship.
That's true.
Ran through.
Generally speaking, that's pretty true. Let me say this before you read that comment though. So, gotta forget what I was about to say, but that's just funny. Anyway, I forgot. What was I about to say? I'm excited about it. You reading you're right though. You know what I'm saying? You do learn something, and saying stuff out of anger gets you nowhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it do get you. Yeah, it only worsen the problem.
Yeah, because the person that's angry not gonna want to give, you know what I'm saying? At that time, they ain't even gonna want to receive, you know what I'm saying? They want to give or take. They don't want to give or take when they upset, you know what I'm saying? They not thinking, they're not receptive to any of that, you know what I'm saying? And then when you are, you know what I'm saying, when either one of y'all are angry or the other person, so let's say you angry, so now your other person gonna be defensive, and they're you attacking me, so now I don't want to give you no, you know what I'm saying? So it gets you nowhere. She 1,000% right. Doing anything while angry, this is not a good look, man.
It's a bad decision. That's why it's best to just go your separate ways for a minute, calm down.
Yeah, if that, you know what I'm saying, if that means the following morning, you know what I'm saying, I just mean you shouldn't go to sleep angry and all that stuff. I get it. Like that makes sense to me because you never know what will happen and blah blah blah. But I mean, sometimes it takes time, like, and sometimes you know what I'm saying. An hour don't get it. You know what I'm saying. Like each person's clock is different. You know what I'm saying. So for
like I said earlier, it might take the next day, 2 hours, 3 hours.
Sometimes
you never know. Cause to you, it'd be like, I ain't do shit. Though.
Yeah, fuck am I apologizing for?
Well, the way your mouth, your lips move, said whatever. I felt like you were being, you raised your voice, you were yelling at me. Like, I was just talking normal, but in an excited way, but not yelling. Hey man, this is but it's just perception. That's why it's best. It's like Angela said. That's funny to me. Just like my mom said.
I was about to say I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
That's why That's why it's best to just walk away. Now look, it's almost coming up on the hour mark. I gotta take a quick break and refuel. So I'll be right back. Yeah, this was a good first hour of the show.
You couldn't wait up.
I've been waiting a minute. 20.
All right, then get on again. Boy. Talk about reliable partners.
You can talk about some merchandise.
I know how to talk. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I think that I don't know. It like you got to be willing to compromise is the biggest thing. People think we're supposed to be happy all the time. Yeah, like that's not real. Like it's not real to be happy all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just 24 hours. Too much stuff happened in life. Just random, regular life for you to be happy all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like way too much stuff happened. Like even good stuff where you positive about it or excited or whatever. Like even that can sometimes. So you're driving down the street, right? And you be like, man, it's a nice day. It's hot outside. The sun's shining. So that's a good thing, right? So your brain connect good. You also be like, damn, my grandmother that passed, she loved the sun or loved the heat. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so it's so just to expect somebody to be happy just because just all the time or whatever is ridiculous, man. And people actually hold other people to that standard, and people try to force people. Yeah, like pressure do make diamonds. I agree with that. But people try to conform you into being something that's not realistic, like something that they see on TV or something that they, something that they made up in their mind or in their imagination when they was kids, or they seen or how they seen that their parents was, but you was raised a different way or whatever. Like it's just way too much stuff going on in life, like to be held to that standard of you just got to be happy all the time, where you got to be joyous, or you got to make me happy all the time when you get into a relationship. Like man, people that think that just watch too much TV, watch too much movies, or whatever it is, but it ain't realistic in the slightest, like in the least.
Right, like you gotta have happiness in yourself to be able to share happiness with somebody else.
Man,
you can't just have happiness. You can't be unhappy and then try to be happy with your partner relationship.
What's you got this line that say you can't pour from an empty cup, which is 1,000% right. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, so not only you gotta take, and this is something that Jada said too, but like you gotta take care of yourself. Like you gotta do whatever it takes to make yourself happy. Because if you don't have any internal happiness, like how can you give it out? You just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous the standard that and I even say this, that guys hold women to. It would be out of control. Mm-hmm. Out of control sometimes.
They got to be the coldest on earth. Yeah. And even if you're the coldest on earth, like
Beyonce, you still can get cheated on.
It's not about being cold. Like And for those who don't know what cold means, I'm just gonna say it's not about being hot. It's not about being hot all the time.
I'm gonna call racist on that. That's a racial statement. That's not bad. Yeah, 1 hour before something racial came up. That's a very racist statement.
That's very true. Like for the listeners, not confused. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. Like no matter how cold she is or hot she is. You can still get cheated on. Like it really doesn't matter. So it does let you know it's not all about being hot or cold. It's about the type of person you are, the way you treat somebody, and letting the person let you know that you actually care about them.
That's weird, man. So, the Maya said that's why it's important to have Christ in your life, which is super true. Because it helps with guidance. You know what I'm saying? And like having like whatever your faith is or whatever, like, but having that guidance, like something to keep you on track, something that won't waver, like something that you can rely on, like what I'm saying, like a solid foundation. Like, everybody need that.
Yeah, solid foundation. You having a rough day at work, you come home, you don't even think about work no more. Yeah.
Having a solid foundation, man, in your relationships and everything that you do. It's about, when you build a house, like you don't have a solid foundation, like everything else that you build on top of is gonna crumble, right?
Right.
So you gotta have. So, man, like my one thing about relationships and higher stages of relationships or whatever is, like if we got a shitty foundation, like I said, everything that you build on top of is gonna crumble. So everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? But I think more importantly than that is if you have a solid foundation and everything do crumble, no matter what, that foundation is going to be there no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if everything crumbles on top of it, you still can build another great house, another great life or whatever on top of that, as long as your foundation is great. Because once everything you're going to have stuff. Like if you got a solid foundation, a tornado come through, it might rip your roof off. You know what I'm saying? You can build another roof. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You might have a flood. All your stuff is ruined. Mm-hmm. You could buy that stuff again. But your foundation is solid and it's going to be there no matter the trials and tribulations that you have. That foundation is going to be there.
Yeah, just look at the 3 little pigs. Got the straw house. What was the other one?
Yo.
But eventually we all know
the brick house.
The brick house. And the wood pull that shit down. So
what the? If anybody in the comments know, like what was it? Like it was
I know it was straw. It's a delay, so y'all can catch up in a minute.
Yeah, it's like straw, and I know the last one was brick, and this one was a straw house. I'm gonna say cotton. Like I don't know what cotton. Like I don't know what was it though?
Was it clay?
No, it wasn't clay because it gotta be something that kids understand.
I heard the story a billion times.
What was it?
I can't remember. Straw brick. What was it? Wood?
No, because the wood would have been.
Wow, wood would have been all right. Maybe.
That's what I'm saying. So wait a minute. Sorry. So the delay caught up. You telling me y'all don't know either? You telling me y'all don't know the story? Y'all got kids. You know what I'm saying? Y'all telling me y'all don't know the story of the 3 pigs?
We all old.
Yeah, we all. Nigga, what was it?
3. I gotta look it up. Yeah. We gotta this one.
Straw,
brick, sticks.
So it was wood.
It ain't
okay.
just wood.
Oh, it was wood. Okay.
It's wood, but it ain't wood. It's just
really sticks.
I mean, it's possible.
We got the straw. Yes, Eric. All right. All right. I don't know. We need to come up with some better nursery rhymes. Cause that like sticks like.
But even in that little, it's telling you how your foundation. Which is crazy when you think about the nursery rhymes. The itsy bitsy spider went up, water spout.
That's a crazy story. That's a crazy story.
Hey,
like
But you're but little kids, you don't really know.
Like, oh, spiders and rain.
You don't really know what you're saying. That's what education was good.
It's true. It's all about. Can you remember this song? Yes. Good. Then you pass with a plus or whatever it was like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them. Hey, musically, that's something that used to be funny too. Or like, you listen to these old songs, man. Like, you ever listen to like old songs that like your parents or your grandparents would listen to, and like they'll play at a cookout or whatever? Like, you ever listen to the words of some of these songs?
Hell yeah!
Disgusting. Like, I don't never want to hear no older person talking about like y'all music today and this and blah blah blah, nigga, because y'all song used to be gross. I mean, like,
but without, but saying, still saying the same thing what people saying today, but not actually saying it. But you have to understand what they're saying. But now it's just straight to the point.
I mean, that was like, and it wasn't even like today. Not today, because today music, rap and stuff is trash. But like early 2000, 1990, like it was like more of like a innuendos or like it was a little bit more wordplay, like not perfect, but man, like y'all ever listen to that song? All right, so everybody know the Juicy by Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
Like Juicy was based off of, I don't remember who made the lady that made this song, but like that was about like raw sex. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not protected sex. Like it was about raw sex. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then there's another song I listened to yesterday because we was talking about it and somebody had played some songs, and it was I can't remember what it's called, man. It was like it was I don't even want to say it. Like, it's so gross. And like we got people that's older than us that's watching the show, like, that I don't want to say it. Like, that's how disgusting this is. I want to see if I can find a song just to say the name. But it is disgusting though. Gross.
Like last, this is from like our childhood though. Like last weekend when we was going out, my wife and her friend, they playing songs in the house. I mean in the car. So they play 112 Peaches and Cream and shit. So, so when I was a kid, like Peaches and Cream, like that's a hit. Like now that I'm grown, it's like, man, like I really now I really understand what they're talking about when they talk about Peaches and Cream.
Like I can't even speak on it because like so I get it. Like so cartoon movies for kids, like movies for kids, like you always put in little jokes and stuff for the parents. I get that part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but these are songs that parents play at cookouts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, so either one, they never listen to the song either. They're just like, oh, this is something cool to dance to, or nigga, they just irresponsible and.
What's that one song? Was like, they talking about dancing and it's like they talking about dancing and. I'm getting like, but the dude talking about he's starting to get hard and shit. Like what song is that?
I don't know.
Epiffany J know.
It's an old like a 90s.
Like it's a 90s R&B, and they talking about dancing, and the dude, he get hard. He start getting hard from dancing.
I'm about to request that you stop saying that. Super pause, nigga. So disgusting.
Hey, but look.
I don't know.
But if you go back, I'm talking back, like Marvin Gaye era, it was still there too.
No,
so you can go.
I agree.
She said it, but I work with a lot of older, women, and playing that old shit all the time. They be like, "How do I know it?" Like, I know. You used to listen. It's been around there. I heard it. But when you play that old shit, it just brings something in them, like their childhood. Like they just remember they was skating or some shit. Skating or something. The song came on, You
want to know what? Something else funny I seen about. I'm trying to get the name of that song. Like I'm sure your mom know the song. Like if I can't think of who made it or whatever. So I'm trying to find the information. But You want to know something funny that I found out about like older people, whatever, or not even older people, but like you remember, like, so everybody in everybody's family, I'm assuming black, maybe it's just a Cleveland thing or city thing, whatever. Like you remember, like, so you look at like old pictures or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and they all had like that wicker chair,
yeah.
the white wicker chair. Oh, nigga.
Everybody what era was that? The 80s or the 90s?
No, it had to be like 80s, like late 70s.
Like, what was so
80s.
special about the wicker chair?
Everybody, so it was either it was at every club or it was just at the
like, you
know,
the club
or whatever.
The
like
club pictures today is like,
yeah, it's always the background. Like,
back
nigga,
then,
that wicker chair, nigga, in every picture. Like, I'm not even kidding, man. Like, so I thought it was like my family, and I see somebody else. I'm like, all right, well, they both from Cleveland, probably, the same spot, man. I see a bunch of pictures. That wicker chair is prominent. Like, the wicker chair is crucial.
Like if you grew up if you were born in the 80s, early 90s,
that wicker chair is crucial, man.
Like, you seen that wicker chair on the mantle in the picture.
It's so funny, man. Like,
that
wicker chair was
back
everywhere.
Back to old songs, like you know the song by the OJs called "Cry Together."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you're in a relationship, that's the realest song you'd have never heard in your life.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
We was talking about but it goes into what we was talking about earlier.
Your mom said keep sweating.
Yeah, I seen that.
Keep sweating.
But that might be that song though.
It might be. I don't know. All I know is that
the OJ is true.
It's like the worker chair is hilarious. The worker chair is a staple. Old school music was the best, but my best is different than your best.
Yeah.
Not you, but like talking about your mom. She said old school music was the best. And my best was 90s. Mm-hmm. All of it.
Because I mean, that's all we know. Like it took me
early 2000s.
We got to go back. Like we grew up in
right. Yeah.
Snoop, NWA, Jay-Z, Tupac, like all of them. We grew up in that, but they grew up in OJ.
All the stuff that you grow up
in
is
Parliament, George Clinton. All them type of people who are legends, but that's what they, that's
and that's cool. Like, and everybody, of course, every generation gonna say that they had the best for whatever reason or because you grew up in it or whatever, which is cool, and I understand that. Like, but this music now is not the best. I can tell you that.
But to the I was listening to, which is funny to me. Like, Artists are, shout out to him, person that make music that I like in this era. But he was on a little podcast show, and I looked at it and I clicked on it. Then I realized that that's my the dude who did the show is my cousin's boyfriend or some shit like that. Like, they do the show together, which is crazy.
Oh, okay.
It's it's like basically a podcast, whatever. But they was on the show. They were talking about how the music that they grew up listening to was like, the Gucci's, Waka Flocka Flame.
Trash.
And they said they felt like the old music, like, the new music is really about a vibe. The old music really ain't about a vibe. Like, I understand. Like, I was 10 shows ago, we was talking about the music is about now is about the producer is the one who was making the song.
The truth, right?
Like, we understand that. But at the same time, like, nigga, the artist that y'all love and adore is fucking trash on the beat.
Super trash.
Like, you trash. Like, you really trash on the beat. If Drake can't get on your song, your shit would be trash. That's just how I feel sometimes.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
So, but then the young people say that, even though we still young, which is fucking crazy.
It is crazy. Like, we right there though. Like,
yeah. But they say that we hating because we don't like. No. Like, I like the beat. I'm telling you what I like. I like the beat, but the nigga who rapping,
trash.
rapping is trash. Like, if you turn off the beat, you be like, damn, why am I listening to this guy? And like in 5-6 years, you'll be like, damn, like, I'm older now. I'm more wiser. Like, I'm still listening to Cole and Kendrick, but as far as these other niggas, like, I'm good.
I forgot about that.
I forgot about it. What happened to it? You be on some like you be on some motion. Like what happened to Bubba Sparks type shit? Like you know what I'm saying?
First off, that's hilarious. Like perfect example. Somebody that was in the later end, still in our era, that like people won't remember because he had a hot song, but like nobody listened to Jaquan. Like you know what I'm saying? He had that everybody in the club getting tipsy or whatever. Like, nobody listened to that nigga.
They had the other song, "Live My Life Dirty." With the he had the
Is that
next
him?
song. Yeah, he had the next.
That was him.
Yeah, the NASCAR Nextel Chirp, which is like the most classic. It's probably more classic to me than the iPhone. The NASCAR. The NASCAR Chirp.
Shout out to the Chirp, though. What a time. We talked about that off air last week. Shout out to the Nextel Chirp. Actually, we could talk about Nextel Chirp, but I don't want to finish this music off because.
Don't hit me on my Nextel Chirp.
That shit was hot, man.
Looking for that motherfucking word.
Yeah.
See, you know that's
hard. You can't record that. Anyway, music is dope. So anyway, but yeah, so they do got so this is how I equate. I said this to somebody yesterday. Like this is how I prove that, you know what I'm saying, late 80s, all the 90s, early 2000 music was best because you can put out the lyrics and read what they said and what makes sense, unlike if you take somebody's lyrics from today and read it and make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. Make it a complete sentence. Make it a complete thought. Like if you can't do that for me, your music is trash. Right, and that means that your beat is dope.
Right. Even at Tekashi 6x9, he was talking about they asked him like, when are you gonna take it serious or focus on your lyrics? He was like, I just be in the studio. And he said that whatever song he got Nicki Minaj, he rapped that. And it was.
I just saying words. Yeah, I just said some words.
And it's becoming a hit. So if it's becoming a hit, it's like I'm gonna make that shit again and again. But then what these young rappers don't realize is that music is always changing, especially hip hop. So it's going, and especially this year when you got some of the people who been in the game for a minute that's all about bars. They released a lot of shit this year, so it's it's even right now. So eventually it's gonna go back to bars, and the beast is still gonna be fired, but you're gonna be left behind because you can't really rap. You just spent your money on change, clothes, cars, and shit. Now you looking stupid. You looking like Ja Rule out here, who you don't own your masters. The nigga you got beef with own your masters. And
I think Ja Rule in trouble.
You can't even sell out. You can't even sell out a show right now.
You can sell it out because you're gonna get your money, but then the front 200 seats like gonna be empty though.
Fast and the Furious forgot about you, and what they on their 7th, 8th movie right now. Like it's looking real bad for him as far as financially. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't. I don't know how much money he got saved up, but he probably nothing if he had to go to jail for taxes and all that.
Is that real?
Yeah.
So the only thing.
That's what I'm saying. But that goes to a lesson. If you can't really rap, like, and you're not talking about what you're not actually living what you're talking about in your raps, then you're in trouble because you got somebody like 50 coming around.
He's waiting on you to make a mistake. Like in every curve and every time you do, every turn, so there's gonna be somebody right there waiting on you to take you out. You know what I'm saying? Like Ja Rule was selling tickets on Groupon. He just said bought 200 seats. Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
$15 a ticket. That was in the front row.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I mean,
mad disrespectful. I'm still working on the name of that song because I'm come up with it because y'all nasty.
It is disrespectful, but it's like that lets you know that they got serious beef. Like they got serious beef that happened like outside of music.
Yeah.
And since 50 came to the music, it ain't like he forgot about it. He just he just put the pressure on you. Like he already
every once in a while, just take a little shot at him.
You know what I'm saying? Him? Like he's not really what he talking. Like I'm about to come in. I look more believable than you. I don't know. I mean, 50. We don't know him, but but you're more believable than you. And then I'm gonna kill your career, which he did
at every turn, though.
You can't make no money.
It's crazy. like so I heard Jay-Z say one song, he was like, not even in the song, it was like an interview, and he was like, the reason the reason I don't worry about, like running out of steam or how I can, keep making good music all these years and this and that. Cause what I'm rapping about is my real life, is shit I know about or shit that I'm doing, Like, so I don't gotta worry about, running out of stuff. Like, I can make a song or album about what I did last month. Like, it's stuff that I'm really doing. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna sound crazy talking about you spent $200,000-$300,000 in a day. Like, it's gonna sound crazy. Like, people gonna be, you can make a song about
so
that.
much money. Like
you talk about the paintings that you bought, the houses that you bought. What else you talk? You talk about this is what I learned financially over the years. I'm gonna tell you about it, and it's gonna be a classic. Like, he can talk about anything he wants to because he living that. But if somebody who ain't living that,
eventually you're gonna run out of steam.
Like how, like, you living this fake. Like, if you talking about you gonna have to be a gangster on like everything you do. You gonna have to talk about selling drugs on everything you do. But then when somebody found out you're not about that, then what you gonna rap about?
Exactly.
You already got out of that. You wasn't about that. Now what can you rap about?
Exactly.
Now people ain't even gonna respect you because they don't like.
We already know. We know the truth now. Teddy Pendergrass. Hey, your mom on the road. That's another one. That turned the lights off. What's the one? Oh man, is that Teddy Pendergrass? Y'all about to help me out. Like the one that were he was talking about he's talking about getting a shower or something, like with his chick or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not saying like she had BO or nothing like that, but just saying like maybe she did. No, that was just a slick way, like, oh, let's take a shower together or whatever. I want to say it was Teddy Pendergrass, but I can't really remember. I'm telling you, I'm gonna start taking. I hate show prep because that defeats the point of our show, but I'm gonna have to start writing down these songs because.
What else did you say in the song?
Yeah, I remember. I just know that part was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, that's a pretty smooth way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to tell your chick or your dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I want to get physical with you, but you got some stuff going on. Let's jump in the shower. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a pretty cool way. Like, come get in the shower with me and whatever you got to do to make it work.
But like, like Steve Harvey said in the Kings of Comedy, when, he was talking about like all of the older songs and this generation, that back to their generation. I mean, he was talking about some real shit though. Them songs, even though they was talking about love, and they was talking about they just want to have some sex or whatever it is. but I mean, it's different now. You don't hear no love, no, not like
even the R&B is like even the R&B is like.
Like they try to be harder. No, like how can you be harder in the R&B, man?
I'm telling you, man. Like, so, and this is a mistake on my part, and you know, saying I don't mean no disrespect, but like I have a hard time remembering like R&B singers, like male R&B singers, like they can be real, like they can be real niggas, like, you know what I'm saying, or a street dude or whatever, but you just got a voice to sing and you sing.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jaheim tried to play. He got to play the lover man, but I'm still in the streets.
What's the dude from Ohio? Life Jennings, the nigga that kept getting locked up, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, he would sing all the sweet songs, but this nigga was in and out of jail all the time. Like, then I heard like one song, this nigga was super aggressive. Like, women love that song. I don't know the name. I might have to look up the name, but he was super aggressive. Women love the song. I don't know about the action.
I don't know, but if you sing an R&B love song from the 90s,
it's way different. Say what you want to say about R. Kelly today. Nigga, R. Kelly in the 90s could do no wrong. And if you say you want to rock with him, y'all a lot. Everybody that's in this chat room right now, you know what I'm saying?
Even if you a chat room, that's for the 90s.
Chat room, yeah. I'm old.
But even if you didn't know that you was rocking with R. Kelly, you was rocking with him. He was writing everything.
Man, I'm telling you.
Today he be, you might see a picture of him and he be looking wild and weird and crazy, but let him make a song. It's gonna be a hit.
Yeah, that nigga. I don't care who you is, man. You say you want to rock with 90s R. Kelly, you're a liar. You're a liar.
Mm-hmm.
You're a liar. This is it.
I don't know. R&B is like
R&B was so rough. That
90s, early 2000s. It was cool, and then
I don't know what happened. Like, what happened? I wouldn't
like Avant, Avant, Cole, or Tyrese, was cold. Like you said, Life Jennings was cold. Damn, what's the nigga? Donnell Jones, like all them type, like Drew Hill.
Drew Hill is
112.
Drew Hill is like 90s, though,
but
late 90s.
But I'm saying like that was the groups. But it
started,
yeah,
most
like, it all started, with New Edition as far as the, but now
this is rough, man.
Like it's rough, but you still got people out here that's still trying to do it like it's supposed to be done, but they're just not getting no push behind it, so you don't hear about it. But it's just like I heard somebody say, you got country music, you got rock, you got jazz, blues, whatever. You hear the content that they talking about, it's a little bit different. But then you go to hip hop and R&B, they want you to like you said, hit every woman raw, sell drugs, like do rob, steal, kill. That's all you hear in the music. But when artists like Lupe try to put out a conscious single, why can't he get on the radio?
Hey,
a nigga like Nas or Jay-Z try to or Kanye West come with a conscious single, why can't they get on the radio?
Well, I don't know. The Kanye,
But I'm just talking about in the past.
Even old Kanye, like I can't defend old Kanye.
Like Jesus Walks and stuff.
I can't defend it at this point though.
I'm not defending. I'm just telling you what it is.
No, I agree, but I can't speak positive word. Like Jesus Walks was a great song, one of my favorite songs. I can't.
But just because he was talking about Jesus, they didn't want to play it.
I agree.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Anything that's
even though they did play on the radio,
not everywhere.
Yeah, they didn't get the spin that it should have, but they did play.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you say something positive, and you talking to the youth in a positive way, and it's like, oh, where is it at? But then you want to play some Nicki Minaj where she's talking about her ass.
That's Big Sean, but yeah.
But she's
on the song.
Yeah, she on the song.
Trash.
Let's talk about Anaconda. She is. She being sexually provocative in the video, talking about sexually provocative things in the song. I mean, that's what you want to play on the radio over and over. And you want to say that. You want to say that that's a hit, but when somebody talking about what's really going on, you don't want to play that. That's weird to me.
It is weird.
That's really weird to me when the labels pay for a song to get played over and over again. Like that's really weird to me.
Like that's how I feel about. So you brought up Lupe, and that.
I've listened to him all week, so that's why I'm probably conscious this week.
Like you're very conscious this week. Like, so if y'all got a chance or whatever streaming music service y'all got or whatever, like if y'all go watch that well, you should definitely watch. But like, all right, Lupe Fiasco is the artist, and he got a song called "Bitch Bad," right? So this is one of the most dopest songs ever. Like just from a content. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I remember sending it to my mother, and I'm like, don't just read the title, you know what I'm saying, and say you're not going to listen to it. Whatever. Like, listen to the song, you know what I'm saying? And in this song, I can tell you about what he was rapping about in the song. When we watched the video, and being able to put a visual with it, it completely takes it to like a whole different level, and then you can kind of see all the nuances and stuff that he's saying. But anyway, the song is called "Bitch Bad." You can pull up it on YouTube or whatever. Lupe Fiasco, the artist, and man,
bitch bad, woman good, lady better.
Hey, misunderstood. Like it's a common misconception of when you know what I'm saying. Like one of the hottest lines. Like I didn't want to tell you. I really want you to go watch the video. But
you got to remember, Lupe he lyrical, so you got to really listen to it.
But that's why the video helps, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the video helps. Like, so one of the things he said at the end is like, it was like she get mad if he call her a bitch, but she called herself a bitch. Like, but if he say bitch the wrong way, like then it's an issue.
That's a double
entendre. It's a double entendre, man. Like, if I say bitch the wrong way, then you mad, but you call yourself a bitch. Like, what am I supposed to do? So it's pretty much the whole thing about guys. Like women call themselves, like, I don't know when that became cool, socially acceptable to call yourself a bitch. Like, that never been cool.
But women call each other that. But
I don't like how. Like when though? Like when did that become cool?
It shouldn't become cool at all because he looking at you like that's a bitch. Like, but girls talking like, hey, what up, bitch? Like
it's not.
It don't sound like like I don't.
I just don't know when it became cool.
It was never cool.
Yeah, I just don't know when it became cool.
But since we're on Lupe, and I told you I listened to him all week on that album. When he talking like, somehow I missed it or I just didn't pay attention to it. But he talking about Barack Obama, and he said, I call the president a terrorist, or the corporate sponsors like,
how the fuck you gonna embarrass us?
But I was just quoting a professor from an emeritus. What do you say? No, I was just quoting a professor from a professor emeritus from America. And he was like, what do you think the people in Afghanistan and Iraq call, the president terrorists if he over here bombing innocent people? I was like, damn, like that's why the nigga be too deep sometimes.
Pause. Super pause.
Yeah, pause on that one. That's why he be deep because like the nigga be saying some shit that's too real. That's why they don't play.
And then like I remember like so he performed at like a White House function and he played the song and then they pulled this nigga off stage and stuff, which I'm sure he knew was gonna happen, but he said like so he had this other song where he was like that's why I ain't vote for Barack, for president or the next one either. Like nigga, he just don't vote because he don't believe in the system. He don't believe that nobody that gets into politics is not corrupt or that's in it for just to be to be a good beacon for the people. You know what I'm saying? Like so, but people give him a bunch of grief for saying that.
Like people pay attention more to the campaign and the promises that a president gonna give you. But as you see, with every president they get in the office, and it's totally different shit happen. Like it's really for
corporations,
corporations and the party that you in. Because the party that you in, that's the only way you're gonna get shit passed anyway. So the party that you in, whatever your party support, that's what you're gonna get passed. And the house, like if the house is majority Democrat or Republican, if I say you're the Democratic president, the House is Republican, you ain't gonna get shit done.
Get nothing done.
You know what I'm saying?
And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And then no matter what your constituents say, if you were in a certain party, then you got to vote kind of with the party. No matter what your people say, just so you can stay in office, you got to do. So you don't get ousted. And then now you don't have your job or whatever, and then you got to fight your way back up. Like it's a bunch of scheming. Anyway, actually I do want to talk about the vote, but I was finally texted the song. It's a song by how do you say his name? Theodis Ely. Theodis? Yeah, it gotta be Theodis Ely. Mm-hmm. The name of the song is Stand Up In It. Stand Up In It by Theodis Ely. And I heard this song for the first time yesterday, and it was just a bunch of you could do this to it, you could do that to it, you could do this, you could do this, and you could do that, and you could do all of this. But none of that matters though, unless you stand up in it. Like I've heard this song before at like a family function, and like so he was singing about all this stuff, and at the end he have a list. Like you can you can rub it. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do this, you could do that, you could do all of this. You know what I'm saying? But none of that matters unless you stand up in it. Stand Up In It by Theodis Ely, I guess is his name. And if you haven't heard it, I'll play it for you after the show because,
Yeah,
nigga, it's ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna talk about politics too much. That's too serious for sure.
But no, but
I do want to talk about. I just want to say one thing before you say.
What?
I shouldn't have voted for Hillary Clinton because she didn't even like she on like none of these presidents align, but really it's like a compromise. Like, well, I can't vote for this nigga because he racist, but you know she not racist, but she'll lock up some niggas. So I don't know like what to believe anymore. Like I don't even want to vote. Like
vote. See, that's so. Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time actually thinking that votes matter and stuff. Like, I get it. I get the responsibility. I understand that part. Your mom back, so we should tell her that nasty song that y'all was listening to. I'm just gonna lump you in with all the other older people. Stand Up In It by Theodis Ely. Every time I say the title, is ridiculous, but Stand Up In It. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but if you're not listening to it, like it will be like it's a catchy beat like all those older songs is. And you just like, you know, but then we actually listen to it, like, what? You can do what and what and what? Stand Up In It, man. The name of the song is Stand Up In It. Like, how ridiculous is that?
Like to the windows, to the walls type ordeal.
Stand Up In It, man.
But yeah, like so, we're saying, that
the lesser of two evils, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Which is not how politics should work. You know what I'm saying. But in America, that's how it's like the way the system is set up is for any person should be able to run for president, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like clearly, you want somebody who want experience. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying. Our current president don't have any experience. They voted him in, but the thing I have, your mom said, is very important to vote. Colored people fought and died for us to vote. I completely agree with that, and I understand the importance of it. Like I understand the responsibility to do it, but I have a hard time believing in the system.
Right.
You know, so take the last big election 2 years ago. Donald Trump lost the popular vote, which is the vote of the people. He lost that vote. Yet he's still the president. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's a foreign country hacking the votes or whatever, or whether it's something domestic like what happened in Florida when George Bush won twice, you know what I'm saying? With some fishy stuff going on in Florida where that's domestic, I just have a hard time believing that when you actually because at the end of the day, like whatever they want to happen is kind of going to happen. You know what I'm saying? People wise, like those votes are probably getting people in there. But at the same time, I understand the importance of it, the relevance of it, especially for my people, the history of, even today, not even history, the history of, people being discriminated against trying to vote today. Like, I completely understand that. You know what I'm saying? I completely understand it. But when you have so much corruption, foreign and domestically, it's kind of hard to like, oh, I'm gonna go do my civic duty and go vote or whatever. Like it's kind of hard to get up for that.
Right, it is very hard. Like I remember.
Pause.
I remember.
Pause. Pause yourself, sir.
Like it's hard to have regular speech without pausing. Like it's a million pauses per sentence. But I went to the polls with my parents one time, specifically my mom, and because the issue for to have the casino was up. Mm. So me, knowing the kids, about me having my knowledge about the casinos and what they do, I'm like, fuck that, fuck a casino, because I'm like, people gonna be addicted. Mm-hmm. The city gonna become even more poor than it already is. But it is gonna supply jobs for people. But it's just, they just basically taking money from the people. So I voted no for the casino. My mother voted yes for the casino. Now, fast forward, I don't know what it opened in 2012. Yeah, 2012.
Epiffany radio style.
The casino losing hella money. Nobody down there. The city is just the worst than it has ever been.
Yeah.
Like I know people that be down there at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's the place you go when there's nothing to do. Like, yeah, it's nothing to do.
Like I like to go to the casino when it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Because the people that come for the game, they just got off the machines, and the machines is hot.
Ready.
So if I get on the right machine, it's gonna be hot enough, and I'm gonna hit it. Then I'm gonna hit it. You know what I'm saying? I hit for 300 last night.
So and like my grandmother had the same position.
That's what people be saying.
So the casino, yeah. So before my grandmother passed, I think it was up on the ballot or something, but it actually didn't. They actually didn't open it till 2012 or whatever. Whatever it was up, like 2010 or whatever. But she was against it too, and she was like, "Well, I got a daughter that likes to gamble. I don't want to have it more accessible for her to go and get more addicted or to spend more money or to have to borrow money from me to go, gamble or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. Cause I understand that. So, like, it makes sense. Like, that's an actual reason for the argument. And but the votes weren't even close. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, the people that voted for that casino came out in droves. Like, it wasn't even close.
But then about the casinos, my first time going to the casino was going downtown to the casino. But then I went to a real live casino in Vegas, and it was like, what the fuck they build that bullshit for? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a waste.
Fair enough. The only thing though is like they didn't use money to build a building of a casino. They took a building that was existing and pretty much empty and then filled it.
They were supposed to build a building.
They were supposed to, yeah.
Right over the bridge down over there, off of what's that? Is that Ontario?
I don't know.
I don't know. They're supposed to build it like over that little down. If you're from Cleveland, you know where down over there in Cleveland is. I'm just saying
flats, like down.
Like it's like it's technically in the flats, but it's like over. If you're going down, I think is that Ontario?
No,
because you got Prospect, and then you got the street over there where the other entrance to Tower City is. Because Prospect is that the entrance on Prospect, and then you got the other street. What street is that?
Yeah, that's Ontario.
All right, yeah, Ontario. They're supposed to build it over, because the fence and it's go down.
Oh, okay.
They're supposed to build it over there.
I got you. Okay.
But
anyway, that didn't happen, so I'm glad. I'm glad about that.
So that lets you know that they're losing money. And
yeah.
But I just want to get back to the vote. It's a very aggressive campaign to vote Democrat, I see, which is cool because Donald Trump is acting crazy and doing whatever he want to do because it's all Republican everything. So they're trying to get a Democrat, which is cool.
But
at the same time, like I was saying earlier, as far as Hillary goes, I don't have any allegiance to any type of party at all because it's like both gonna fuck me over whoever they are.
One way or the other, yeah. One way or the other, yeah.
But I hate to talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it because it's me and it's people that's gonna agree with me and it's people that's gonna disagree with me with everything. But especially as a African American in America, Donald Trump is in office. You have people killing African American grandparents in a grocery store, right? But you want to vote for somebody who's Democratic, who is going to say, you know what, I'm going to take the ability away from you to defend yourself. So, the more of these racist occurrences can still keep happening. Now, that's the type of shit that I don't align with a Democratic Party because that's what they're trying to do, and they gonna basically run you, and you ain't gonna be able to they trying to take away one of your freedoms, which this country was based off of. Like I don't care if you, I don't care if you like. I'm just saying I'm too bruised in, so I can see that. I can see it on your face.
No.
I'm just saying I'm like you last show.
I'm building my argument. I was through last. Through.
But what I'm saying is, it's like I'm not trying to. Let's say I gotta travel the country. I'm not trying to go through these backwoods without out of the way to defend myself.
I agree with that.
I don't agree with that. And I'm talking particularly in Ohio because they trying to make Cleveland, the city of Cleveland, like Chicago. You know how Chicago is. You can't have no strap. The niggas living in a war zone though. Like what do you mean? Like
I definitely agree with that.
So then you have to break the law just because you want to protect
you and your family.
Your loved ones. Yeah. Come on, man.
So all right, so I disagree with you. I understand your point as a person that I'm a fan of guns or whatever. But I disagree with you because
don't forget I know you. Like I know you. Don't forget.
I'm a owner. I'm a multiple I got a few.
Yeah, say that. Yeah.
So but the thing is, so people, the NRA, Republicans been using this rhetoric that Democrats are going to come to your home and they're going to take your guns and this and that. Nigga, like Barack was in the office for 8 years. Mm-hmm. How many guns did he come and take? Like, but
because Barack, he know. You know what I'm saying? He know. That's different. But what about Hillary? You think she would have known? That was like one of her main bulletin points in her campaign.
All right, so she become the president. Instead of Republican House, nothing get passed. Like, but the only thing I'm saying, like, that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing I'm saying is, you got a lot of people, like, that argument's been given 1,000 times by the NRA. So this is beyond Barack, beyond George Bush, beyond Clinton. Like, the NRA been around forever, and they always use that argument that Democrats going to come take your guns, and they're going to prevent you from doing this and prevent you from doing this, nigga. But none of that ever happened. None of it has ever happened. So to say that it's going to happen now is kind of ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not to say that it couldn't happen, but to say that now all of a sudden it is going to happen is still ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Here's my rebuttal.
Fair enough.
Okay. In the past, yeah, really, America was a totally different place. But in this America where people are walking inside of synagogues and slaughtering people, walking inside of elementary schools and slaughtering people, it's a different time and a different place where it's really a lot of pressure on the government and the politicians to change the your Second Amendment rights. Now, it's when, like, okay, let's say for somebody coming in, like Donald Trump say, we need to, put armed, security in schools, et cetera, et cetera. Now, some people, you putting guns in the school and, you're just making our kids unsafe. You putting, stuff like these massacres are happening. You putting guns in the school. But then somebody can come with the argument, well, it's like, okay, you have somebody trained, you have somebody with like a high level retention holster. Then nobody's not just going to come snatch it from them.
That's true.
The person that's coming in your school is trained, and the likelihood of somebody coming in there knowing that there's armed resistance, is different. But do I think guns should be in a learning environment? Honestly, no. But when you have instances of, the things that's happening right now in America, it's like, I don't know, but I don't think you should arm no teachers. Hell no, don't give them no guns. No guns to the teachers. No. Like, under any, no, just bring armed security in there that's trained to handle stuff like that. Teachers, let them teach. Security, let them secure. Like, that's how I feel.
See, I agree. Now, school, I agree with you. This is my rebuttal to your rebuttal. Right? All right. So school learning environments, I agree with that. All right. So you're talking about, so the argument is, not the argument in general is, if the Democrats get in and make changes, then it'll limit people in supermarkets or synagogues or whatever, and it'll limit them.
But I'm really talking about black people though.
Well, that's fine.
Because black people only want to vote Democratic. I ain't never vote Republican in my life. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, so you say you vote Democrat, but this Hillary or Bill Clinton is your fucking family members locked up.
That's true.
For selling 0.2 grams
Right.
of crack cocaine, and they've been locked up since the 90s.
Forever, yeah.
Like,
no, and I that
this is supposed to be the most blackest president besides Barack, though. But
Hillary?
You support this man.
I don't know.
No, I'm talking about
Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
People say that just because he got sucked off in the Oval Office. Like that's why that's some nigga shit to do. Anyway, all right. So but the gun argument though.
Yeah.
So I agree with you about the school. You should have somebody trained. You shouldn't have teachers. I agree with that part. But but the argument is talking about what potentially could happen if you limit people's ability to be able to defend themselves in multiple different instances under a Democratic president and Congress, right? So currently there's a Republican Congress and president, and the stuff is still happening though, right? 2 years, let's say 2008 when Barack got in there. Now Barack had a crazy amount of mass shootings, school shootings, all that stuff, the Sandy Hook stuff, the Batman movie theater. You know what I'm saying? So this is a Democratic president with a Republican Congress. No changes were made, but you still had your highest number of mass murders, right? And
Virginia Tech happened with Barack.
The Virginia Tech happened with Barack. I just looked it up. The church shooting that Childish Gambino had in This Is America, the video. The Black Church, yeah. That happened under Barack, right? Still no changes were made, and that still happened. Still just continue to happen. So to say that the argument is potentially that stuff can be taken away, where it's going to limit, these school shootings and mass murders and stuff, having armed guards at churches and stuff like that. Like I think it's irresponsible to say that because of that then this, without saying that.
Like what you mean?
Well, like you can't say that having a Democratic president in there or a Democratic Congress.
It don't matter who the fuck. It don't matter.
The president don't matter. Yeah, the president. Well, even the Congress though, like because George Bush for 4 of the 8 George Bush years, you had a Democratic Congress. Granted, it wasn't this many shootings and stuff like it is now. Like so, then you had to switch. So you had a Democratic president, whatever, for 8 years, and you had a Republican Congress for most of that time. So how can your mom? It's tough to say. It's just tough to say that if changes were made or whatever, that would completely stop the shootings. Like just because you have people situated, mean that the shooting wouldn't still happen.
Hold up. So my mom wanted to say what she want to say. All right, so I'm sitting in St. Philip Lutheran Church, and I'm sorry, I can't cuss with my mom, but I'm talking to my mom. I'm cussing on the show, but not when I'm
referencing your mom. Yeah.
But somebody come to St. Philip and shoot up St. Philip, and nobody. Then what? We all dead. Then what? But let's say somebody, we all in the church, having service, and somebody in there shooting, and there's a couple of people that have their they shit on. They gun on them.
They tone on them, right?
Then it's like, well, at least we have a chance, not necessarily because if somebody come in there
unexpectedly,
it's like, oh, she's going to shoot
anyway, yeah.
Like I might be sitting in the back, I might not see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's being not aware anyway.
Right.
But at least I have a chance where, I can stop the threat because the cops are 10 minutes away.
Yeah,
even though they down the street from the church, somebody got to.
It's still 10 minutes away.
Like somebody still got to call it in. Then they still got to
radio it in.
All right, then they got to radio process. Who won't be able to call it in once they get getting shot at? That's what I'm saying.
I agree with that.
So, okay, you tighten the gun laws up against I'm talking about law-abiding citizens. We're not talking about like criminals and law-abiding citizens. It's totally different things.
I agree.
I'm not out here shooting random people. You're not out here shooting random people.
I agree.
But criminals and crazy motherfuckers is out here shooting random people. So when people talk about, we should tighten up the gun laws, even though they're already tight as hell to me, even though they're already tight to me, you tighten them up more. That's not going to do anything for me. That's not going to do anything for somebody who want to break the law. They're going to break it. They're just going to make it hard for the law-abiding citizen to be able to protect himself.
She said, "Boy, I know you cuss. Stop playing with yourself."
But
like,
but there's always opinions to the argument. I don't,
because just because like hindsight is 2020, none of us had this hindsight. Like this is the like when you think about man, like people die, whatever. But man, like you know what I'm saying. But like you can't really question it because God knows what He's doing, and He has hindsight. Like He knows, you know what I'm saying. So you can't really argue with that. So the same way this argument is kind of similar because we neither one of us know like if this happened, then this will or won't. Like we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like so, all we can do is say what we think gonna happen and this and that. So I agree. Like I don't think new laws should be, as a gun owner. Like I don't think new laws should be introduced. I think the ones that are here, they should be more enforced. Like one of the first things Trump did. This is a real thing. Like, it can be Googled and researched.
Yeah, I know it was a stupid thing.
He rescinded a Barack Obama era mentally like unstable regulation on people with like mental disabilities of whatever sorts for buying guns. Like he rescinded that,
which is dumb. Which is dumb as hell. If you watch the series Ozark in the first season, dude who obviously has a mental disorder went in and bought a AR-15, no problem.
And they can't
anything.
And the
they
gun
can't say nothing to him.
They can't say nothing to him.
But he went and gave it to a 12-year-old boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's dumb as hell. Like
ridiculous. Like it's so ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't fuck with him, but it's.
But I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then when you talk to people who. All right, if a mass shooting occur, I'm be like, get rid of every gun in America. Fuck that. Like I'm not trying to have nothing like that, which is logical. If there could be no guns in America, nobody could have.
I love
that.
That's
cool.
Personally, I love it.
Like that'd be cool. But that's not logical.
Not real. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you gonna really take 400 million guns from America? Like, how are you gonna find them? How are you gonna track them down? It's not possible.
Yeah. Impossible. I agree with that.
So you take the guns away from law-abiding citizens, like you do in Chicago. Motherfuckers is still shooting like a motherfucker.
Still a war zone.
Like New York, you can't carry guns.
Nothing.
But motherfucker drive through there with a bus.
A high point.
You know what I'm saying? People still robbing and shooting people in New York like every day. Like it's not deterring nothing. Like the criminals gonna do what they do, and the law-abiding citizens gonna sit
the people that's gonna suffer from
looking like ducks.
I completely agree with that.
Oh man,
as I said, you get old, man. Like I said, as a owner,
as a law-abiding citizen,
I agree with that. I completely agree. And I'm with you for the laws and stuff. I'm with you on that part, right? Like I said, the part that I just don't know. So you want to take the laws that's already implemented and you want to strengthen them, or do the reverse, the reverse Donald Trump, and actually enforce the laws that are in place. I think we have a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like across the board, if you know, saying the penalties are the penalties, but if you enforce the stuff that we have, like it's what I'm saying is it's just tough to add more. Like what more laws can be added that's not already that hasn't already been added and rescinded? Like what else could be added to it? You know what I'm saying? Like besides saying, I don't know. Like what you gonna say? Like so everybody have a 3-day hold on guns? Like so you go buy a gun, but it's a 3-day wait on it. You know what I'm saying? But let's say your house got robbed the day before, you want to go pick up a gun, so you can't do that. You got to wait 3 days, and what if they come back or anything? You know what I'm saying? So I get that argument. I completely get that argument.
Like being a law-abiding citizen is not gonna stop me. Like if you tighten up the gun laws, it's not gonna stop me from getting a gun at all. You know what I'm saying? As a criminal, you can. There's various ways where you can buy a gun on the streets. They can get it right then.
That's what
you
I'm
want to
saying.
make me wait 3 days.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it's really not going. Like only thing to do is to get rid of guns entirely, but that's not going to stop.
That's not feasible.
Yeah. Like it's going to stop. It's if you get rid of guns completely, it's going to stop shootings, but it's not going to stop bombings.
Old people just going to be
stabbings.
It's
like
all the time. Yeah.
Like you don't need any weapon to kill somebody. Like shoot it with your hands. So
it's
not going to stop killings, but it's going to stop. killing people fastly in a mass, murderer, psycho, psychotic motherfucker type thing. But you can go in there with a gun and shoot somebody fast. As far as instead of just running around stabbing 50 motherfuckers, like that's way harder to do. But you can still kill the same amount of people as, let's say, the synagogue thing. 11 people die. You can still kill 11 people with a knife. Like
that's true.
11 defenseless people. Yeah. Like how you gonna stop
matter what?
that?
Yeah. So I say the only thing though, if you got enough time, if you really want, I look at it like suicide, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to commit suicide, there's no way, nobody, no thing, nothing can stop you from committing suicide. You want to commit suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether that's with a gun or a knife or jumping off whatever it is, if you really want to commit suicide, there's nothing that can stop you from doing it.
Right, that's statistically proven.
Like it's 100% true. So I equate that to this. Like if you want to do a mass shooting or whatever, you can do it. I'm not saying it's cool, but you can do it. Like think about the Vegas shooter or whatever, right? Law-abiding citizen up to that point. As a dude with money, he had been to that hotel a gang of times. Just over the course of a days, brought gun after gun, magazine after magazine, hundreds, thousands of rounds or whatever. Now, he was at this hotel for a week before he did the shooting. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you really wanted to shoot, like, you go and shoot. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing that's going to stop you from doing that. He barricaded the doors and all this stuff. Like, so if he wanted to do this, law-abiding citizen or not, he was going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with enough planning or whatever, like, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. There's nothing that nobody can do to stop you. But, like, so with that being said, changing stuff or not changing stuff, that part, like, it's gonna be there. Like, if you really want to do it, it's gonna be there.
Exactly. In a perfect world, I would I honestly wish it'd be no guns.
No guns.
Like no guns. I don't need no guns.
Whole ass niggas just got to stay in the house forever.
Like no hand. Like if you got no hands, you can't come out the house.
Or you come outside, but you just
like, you don't know.
You're gonna be on your P's. You gonna be on mind of your manners. You ain't gonna be saying nothing outlandish or disrespectful.
Like, hey,
you get your ass knocked out.
Getting punched in the face is probably the most humbling thing that can ever happen to you. Honestly, because
yes, I don't care. Yes, I don't care what kind of day you have, and you get punched in the face. Not even like a broken nose, like you just get punched in the jaw.
Yeah, regular punch in the face.
Not even a broken jaw, like just a punch. Like
that's so humble, you quit.
Fuck, what did I do to deserve this?
Right, I wish there was no guns, none of that. Like for example, in jail, no guns. Like you really see who the hard people is in jail.
Yeah. You be quiet, yeah. Niggas be quiet.
Yeah, they be quiet, real quick. You become somebody's bitch in there. Okay? You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
All right, so we about to wrap it up though. But last thing I want to talk about just real quick. All right, so we got the vote coming up Tuesday. We're gonna talk about a little politics or whatever. Vote coming up Tuesday. I literally did a search. I think it's only one thing. Like it's people in office positions and stuff. Only one issue on the ballot. Like it's issue 1, and that's literally it. That's all I can find. It's a bunch of local stuff, like statewide, it's issue 1, for or against.
What is issue 1 though?
Issue 1 is the drug laws, like changing the drug laws. So if you
we talked about this.
We talked about it, yeah. So it's like if you in jail for like certain amount of drug, whatever it is, like certain amount of offensive,
right?
Yeah, you'll get a lesser charge and possibly freed immediately if you have so much time left on your. Let's say you got 6 months left, you'll probably be free immediately.
But I don't know.
And then the people that do get charged, so it won't be a felony right away; it'll be a misdemeanor. You know what I'm saying? Instead of a felony. And then certain amounts of drugs will be just like a ticket. You know what I'm saying? And then if it's more, then it'll be a misdemeanor instead of a felony. And then, of course, crazy amounts to get you jail time and stuff.
I didn't research it like you did. I just remember you talking about it when you were when we talked about it before on the show. But if I remember correctly, you were talking about the drugs that they were trying to give leniency to was drugs that's not in the urban environment, right? Correct?
Well, I think technically is for whatever classification of narcotics is as long as it's under what they consider to be personal use. But what I was saying about that was they didn't give a fuck until it got to the white neighborhoods. Like when it was crack and it was destroying the black neighborhood, they didn't give a fuck about it. But now that it's
so this bill is really better for like heroin and shit, huh? What you think?
Yeah, fentanyl, heroin, all these. I don't want to say white collar because it's black people that do it too, but
hold up. So you trying to tell me they trying to let somebody out who's doing heroin, something they could easily overdose on, let them out for doing heroin, where they can go right back on the street and overdose and do it again and die?
Yeah, yes, but on the other side, people that's in jail for marijuana possession, they'll be free. And people that
about
people
cocaine.
I think all drugs, whatever the classification is, that as long as the amount that you have is for personal use.
Look, I seen Piper on the commercials talking about it.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, the lady who.
From
the New Black.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, I know the show, but I don't.
Yeah, like the real life Piper. She because she got caught, but she was selling drugs. But she was going overseas, basically flying on a plane, transporting drugs for somebody. She got caught, and that's why the show happened or whatever. But
okay.
They hired her to do the commercials. So
So look,
I don't know.
So all right. So you say you ain't do no research, so it's unfair to say yes or no. So for everybody watching this, like do your research. Like everybody do your research and figure out what it would do for you. Like what you think it would do. Like it's good and bad, just like everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate the fact that they waited until now to do something, now that it's affecting the suburbs and stuff, and not the black. I hate that part. Like that makes me want to vote no on it. That alone makes me want to vote because I know it's biased and like they don't give a fuck until they start affecting them and their kids. Just like racism, like people don't give a fuck about it until they start getting discriminated, or they friend, or they have a mixed grandchild is getting discriminated against. Otherwise, until that happens, they don't give a fuck about it.
At the same time, like if somebody get caught with just a little bit or something, you would want to get out instead of serving like 2 years.
But that's what I'm saying. But on the other side, you want to save taxpayer money from keeping all these people in jail. People that was like their second offense, but personal use or small amounts or whatever.
But it's like you gotta read it though.
That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta read it.
Like okay, they talking about the major points, but there be some shit in there like that you might be like, I don't know.
Yep, I agree. So do your research. I just I don't know if he had knew about it or whatever, but we're gonna get out of here so we don't hold y'all up.
Yeah, but what I do know is I've just been seeing a lot of people at the Cuyahoga County Board of Elections, so that's further letting me know that
votes don't matter. No, it's fine.
It's probably more than likely going to be some changes in the House.
I hope it is.
It's going to be some changes. So, like I said, I wish there wasn't guns in this world, but there are.
You want to sum up the show?
Like I wish it wasn't. If you are a law-abiding citizen and you do own guns, please go get trained because most of y'all niggas can't shoot. Like that's just facts. Like I just see it all the time. Like get trained.
I see it at the gun range.
Yeah. It was once upon a time I couldn't shoot shit. Like I was just horrible. And then I actually just did some research and some studying and learned how to shoot, so I won't shoot innocent motherfuckers. That I'm not supposed to be shooting. And I can, if I would probably never need to, and I hope I never need to, but if I had to, then I'll be able to do what I need to do. But get some training. Just because you have a gun don't mean your motherfucking ass is invincible. Like, learn how to use it, and hopefully don't use that motherfucker. Thirdly, I just want to give my condolences to the people in Pittsburgh at the synagogue and every other mass shooting. Got a fourth closing. Go vote.
Yeah, go vote. Yeah, for sure. Like just because we talk about it and you know what I'm saying.
Have you ever seen a gun? Like, have you ever seen a gun on me? Never in your life, unless you live with me.
Oh, I'm about to say what?
Unless you like around me, like or something. Like you have never like seen any like. I don't live that lifestyle. You wouldn't know unless I told you on the show. One person. You're my friend.
Yeah, but you did that though.
What?
We got hundreds of millions of people watching right now.
I wish. But it is, but you know, I mean, but I'm not gonna cap for the show. Like,
of course,
you know.
No. I mean, I was just flirting around, but you know what it is. So anyway, condolences to.
Hey, but don't be looking at me crazy if you see me. I don't know, like I can't tell. Only my friends who watch the show, that's when you pop up. But if I don't know you, you look at me crazy because I said on the show, you ain't gonna say nothing. Then I probably don't fuck with you anyway. So
the brew talking for this nigga.
It is, but it's a truth serum. It's a truth serum.
Hilarious. But yeah, so first of all, I appreciate y'all watching. Condolences to all the mass shootings. Man, we didn't even get a chance, not have a chance, but we ain't talk about the funeral at all.
Oh, we still talking about like this ain't
I mean, it ain't the strict.
Our show ain't regular.
It ain't the strict 5 to 7.
We still got an audience right now, so the funeral, as our funerals are, it's like sad, but it was different at the same time.
Like, all right, so let me just touch on the good stuff first. Like, it was good to see. Like, everybody that I expected to be there was there. I'm talking about Mo funeral, Big Mo funeral. By the way, everybody I expected to be, except for one person. I tell you who that was.
Who?
I ain't gonna say. I want to put the nigga out.
No, what you mean?
Everybody was there except for one.
Okay, yeah, we ain't gonna put them out there.
Yeah, like one person I expected to be there, but wasn't there.
I just hope that person gonna take this as an example that you know what I'm saying, like that life that you trying to portray, that nigga that's not you for real. Don't live that life. Niggas that know you from yay high, and nigga that's not really you. You trying to portray that that's you, and that's why all the shit that happened to you in life keep happening because nigga that's not you. Like, just be fucking normal. Like,
see, I think I know who you talking about, but that ain't even.
Oh, that's not who you talking about.
He got 12. Like, he ain't coming out. Ebony know what I'm talking about. He said he got the dates mixed up, which is even more fluke. Like, I can't.
Yeah, we talking about. I can't hear because I need to know who you talking about.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Anyway,
we talked about it yesterday.
Yes, we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did.
Right.
So anyway, the funeral was good. Everybody expected to be there. Like you know what I'm saying? Like seeing Ebony get choked up. Like that part was that part almost got me. And then like at the end where they had him like speaking on the JPay or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that part was kind of crazy. But all in all, it was a dope send off. All the family got together. I seen people I ain't seen in ages. Like, so it was a super dope service and all that stuff. My only complaint, this nigga, it was long. Like, it was super long. Super long. I told my family, I told everybody, but I want to put this on record, officially on record. Y'all keep my funeral to a tight hour. A tight hour. By the middle of hour 1.5, I want some drinks in the air. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all got a tight hour. I'll put it in my will. I got 5 songs. Y'all can say y'all favorite stories or whatever. And that's it. Nigga, put some drinks in the air. Like a tight hour. And so y'all don't gotta just play the instrumentals for having it at the church. I recommend it don't be at the church. Play my 5 songs with no edits. Play my 5 songs with no edits, no instrumentals.
Be at the funeral home.
I don't care. Tight hour. Get me out of there.
I don't know about the funeral home.
Well, have it at somebody's house, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care.
But this why I want to ask: do you want to be in a cast, or do you want to be like at a real, like, let's say this Epiffany media stuff got big. Do you want to have a microphone sitting up?
You could be on the. Nigga be in the bed. Had it roped off like this.
With a cup and a brew in front of you.
Hand. All right. Give me some time to think about it. I never considered it.
It could be creepy.
Hey, you just had nigga in the back like. And I want my eyes open looking at the light. Like,
I'm gonna tell you this, please put, like, I'd rather be in the casket than
post it up somewhere with hot Cheetos or something.
Looking.
The one nigga that was playing the game that had
man.
y'all black people need to cut it out. Y'all gotta cut it out. Like, oh, he loved video games and his favorite candy was hot, like Cheetos or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how so they had him like sitting up in the chair with a game controller and like an open bag of Cheetos. Like y'all gotta cut it out.
I'm put it like this, like like I know the funeral home business is a scam. Like they gonna ask you like how much you got how much did you get on the insurance policy, whatever. If you had that, they gonna try to take it off. Don't tell them nothing.
I don't got no money.
Cheap as possible for the funeral, so my wife, so she can have money in her pockets to do whatever she got to do. So she on her own. Like,
man, I don't need a casket. Like, cremate me or
just lay me on the altar.
Like real talk. Just roll you in on a real barrel.
Yeah.
So they can face down on the altar. Hilarious. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I get people that get cremated or whatever, and they want to have a service or whatever. I get it if that's what you want. But you cremate it, like, we don't have to go to a church. Like, we don't have to go to a church or a funeral. Like, we can do your service in the backyard of JoJo's house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you in the urn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we literally can have like a real part. Like, if you're in a casket, then that's something that got to be regulated. You got a human body, this and that. But if you ashes already, like, we can really have this anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Like, number one, everybody hates funerals.
Everybody hate it.
And then, like, okay, I remember you, having a couple of drinks, laughing, joking. Now I see you looking. I don't even know.
Laid out. Like, who the fuck? Yeah, like, who is this?
Who is that? Like, I don't even want to see nobody like that.
That's why I don't go to funerals. Like, period. Like, I went to my dad's funeral, my grandmother's funeral, and this wasn't a funeral because he was cremated. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's it though.
Like,
look, I don't. Your mom say have a memorial service. That's fine, but we don't have to do it in a church or like a funeral home. If I'm cremated, or you can drop me off at Case Western. Like, let them do science experiments for all I care. Like, so you don't got to pay the money for a casket that's gonna get buried. Like, and then you got to pay for a plot and all this, and then it gets to a point where they start burying people on top of each other anyway. Like, you just run out of room. Like, don't worry about spending that extra money, man. Put that money on. Put a quarter of that money into having a dope ass party. Like, you have fun and give me a tight hour. That's all I care about. Like, on my service, a tight hour.
Don't have it on Friday.
A loose hour. I'll say that. If you fluctuate a little bit, fine. A loose hour though, but keep it to that hour. And I want 5 songs played, and that's it. And let's and sprinkle me all over Cleveland, I guess, because that's just what everybody do. Like, people want to be buried at Pittsburgh Stadium. People want to be thrown in Lake Erie. They can sprinkle me a little bit here, a little bit there, all over Cleveland, I guess. You can sprinkle a little bit of Kim's, a little bit on 90th, a little bit of EC. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just sprinkle me around, man. That's ridiculous.
Like, nobody knows what happened. Like, what happens, that's just the physical. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, or people if you go visit a grave and it make you feel good, fine. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, like, if you believe or whatever, they're like that person out there. You know what I'm saying? You believe that that's just the physical, that they spirit manifests some other place or whatever. Then what are we visiting that for? That's just a physical place. No, you don't. Just honor the wishes of that family member. That's cool. Yes. But my wishes is a loose hour. Loose hour. And I want 5 songs. And if you're going to have it at a funeral home or a church, I still don't want to edit it. So I would recommend you not. I want 5 unedited songs on my way out. And that's it. that's all I want in the entire thing, man. That's it.
It'd be so sad.
Funerals be crazy, man.
Like, and it'd be uncomfortable because it's like, really, it ain't nothing that I can say that's going to console you for real. Like,
yeah, like, even in that, and that's something too. I don't want to speak on this real fast. Because people be like, "Oh, sorry for your loss." I'm like, "Thank you."
Like
what do you say?
But the same is like, what do I say? Like, but if I don't say nothing, then it's
what
like,
do you like? Yeah. Oh, you know
do
what?
I care?
That's a good point.
It's like, do I care?
That's a good point.
Well, he ain't said that. He don't care about me.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm like, I know you don't say you're welcome. Like, do you just say thank you, or do you be like, It's cool.
My condolences. All right.
Yeah. Okay. But then you don't want to be rude and just be like, okay. They're like, damn, no, thank you. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It do be awkward. And I didn't even thought about that. It do be awkward for the other person because if I don't say condolences, do I really care? Like,
boy, oh boy.
Funerals and stuff.
Don't like them at all. Don't like them.
Your mom said, you have my heartfelt 6S.
Huh?
Your mom said, you have my heartfelt.
What she want to say? Wishes?
Oh, S6? No, S6.
I don't know. She got an
I
answer.
don't know. Yeah. I mean, I get it, Angel. Like, you say thank you. I know that's the right thing to say, but it don't feel right, though. Like
how?
My condolences. I appreciate it. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Oh, sympathy. Your mom said sympathy. Yeah,
I don't know.
like, but if somebody said, like, you got my heartfelt sympathy. Okay.
Like, you gotta say something.
You gotta say something, but what though? Like, what is the like? I just don't know.
There's not a like.
It can't be a right thing,
but
it's just.
Right. But then it ain't a wrong but it is wrong if you don't say.
If you don't say nothing, then it's wrong.
Then it's wrong.
Yeah, but anything you say is right. Okay, cool. I'll rock with that because I just don't. Because I just be feeling awkward. Like,
hey, awkward. Like,
next time somebody say, I'm just gonna like shake their hand. I'm gonna do something equally weird. Like, you're gonna say it. I'm just gonna like reach out for a handshake. My condolences.
You just might have to just start giving a hug. Just start giving a hug.
This is something just equally random and weird.
Just a comforting hug or something. Like, for real.
Oh, that's funny, man. I swear, that's what I'll start doing. My condolences. Just bring it in. Just bring it in. Oh, that's funny. All right, man. Well, we don't want to hold y'all up. Thanks for vibing with us. Y'all been here all day. I appreciate it. We got a gang of comments. I like when y'all interact with us, man. I love that part.
Yeah, it's probably the most amount of comments I've ever seen on the show.
I mean, we just had just had fun, a good time. I'm sure some will come later. So I appreciate y'all. Let's just get to it. Hilarious. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back next week, but until then, merchandise. We didn't really push merch this show, but y'all know we got it. You know what I'm saying? Hats.
Colors.
Yes.
Dad hats, shirts.
That has
any color you want.
Shirts on the way, and don't just be like, "Oh, give me a shirt," but then don't tell us colors or sizes. And then when I be like, "All right, shoot the money," and they're like, "Oh, well, give me the shirt." Like, nah, like if you order a shirt online, like they don't be like, "Oh, here's that." Unless you Amazon, they can take that L. Like niggas don't be like Amazon to send you clothes, and then when you send it back, so they give your money back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, you know what I'm saying? You really, if you don't want a shirt or hats or merchandise, that's cool. But don't be like, oh, I want it, but
don't come with the ends.
Yeah, your mom said Black Friday sale. Woo. Maybe. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. We'll figure something out. That's a good, I mean.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be tough, but we'll talk about it at least. It's gonna be tough to do that with our overhead, but we'll talk about it though.
I'm just saying, like hats, come on.
That's a dope.
You
like I said, the green is exclusive, so this hat's not even available. You know what I'm saying? But we got the merch. So
saying this, you can buy the exact same hat, $15. Black Friday sale, baby, but we
ain't making no promises. We're a little bit further. We're a little bit out, and we got some time. So we'll see what we can do. Start sending out our sales papers.
Like as far as women go, actually, Erica, can you please? Like she make hats. She do knit hats. She can make it.
Really
a knit hat. And we can put our patch on there.
I was not aware of this, but this is new information. But we can definitely figure it out.
Get us on. But as far as women go, I say Scully. Scully cool for the women, like probably dad, baseball game or something. Just think about it.
Hey, or y'all got husbands and stuff, and not only do you know what I'm saying, is it a great gift? I appreciate y'all pushing the brand, helping us out, and even if y'all don't buy shit, I appreciate y'all hanging out with us because like it's just super dope to me, man.
You play basketball and play basketball on our shirts, something. I don't care if you paint on our shirts, get it dirty. Just get one so you support the brand.
Hey, and you know what? Send a picture because it's a gang of people in my family that got shirts. Like, you got a shirt or a hat, send pictures. Like, let us know so we can put y'all up on the website and give y'all the little thing, you know what I'm saying, saying that y'all support the brand. So I appreciate it.
Or you go on social media and tag us something.
Yeah. You want to post it on yours, that's cool too.
Like, you can't tell me that it ain't ugly. Like, I'm not being biased just because it's a Epiphany, but just the design is just.
This is a dope logo. I ain't even gonna lie. I am biased, but.
Like, come on.
The logo kind of dope.
Quality hat. Like, this is thick material. Come on, man.
Patch ain't falling off. Don't worry about it.
Like, I can't rip it off.
I don't know what the fuck that was. It was terrible acting, but whatever.
But I'm just saying, you can't rip it off.
No, I got you. I'm just saying. Anyway,
I don't got nails.
So I appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Like I said, coming to hang out with us. We appreciate y'all support. Going forward, if y'all need anything merchandise wise, let us know. We'll work on that Black Friday. Shout out to Stefan for checking in at the very end. We appreciate you. Cause like holla at me, we gotta get the voice. We gotta figure it out. Like have like an official intro or something.
Because we don't have an intro right now, but I could play it. Like, as soon as 5 o'clock hit, I could play the intro, and then we could just come in looking like stars.
Stefan got that voice. Like, you are now tuned in to Epiphany or whatever.
I think we can get him to cuss or no cuss.
Stefan, a nigga, like Stefan, I don't want to mess up his building, his brand. Stefan, a nigga. Like I told you the story. I was like, man, where you from? I knew I'm from Huff. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, we get him. Yeah, he cussing.
Yes,
he cussing.
So I don't know if he'll cuss on camera, but you know what I'm saying? For a gig, I'm sure he'll say whatever. We just made a video. It was just him saying, I got to poop for like 30 seconds. I got to poop. Like, he'll say whatever. Anyway, so I don't know. Shout out to Stefan. But social medias, hit us up. Tag us if y'all need us. Epiphany, Facebook.com/Epiphany Media. Instagram, Epiphany.media. The website, epiphanymedia.com. What else?
Epiphany.media on Instagram.
I said that.
Epiphany Media on Facebook.
I said that.
Epiphanymedia.com.
I said that.
Oh, Mr. Jones COE on Twitter.
I gotta say my Twitter stuff, but
I wouldn't change my name, but I don't.
But it's on the cards and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mr. Jones CLE. That name don't even fit no more. It's a single name.
No, it should be Mr. Cuff CLE.
Super Cuffman Jones CLE.
Yeah, Super Cuffman Jones CLE.
Mr. Straight like that on the
I might change
Twitter.
Like Super Cuffman Jones.
All right, look out for some sweeping changes. All right, man. So we out of here. Like I said, we appreciate y'all joining us. We'll see y'all next week. Same time, same place. Is that how the YouTuber? That's how the YouTuber do. Same time, same place.
Do the thumbs up.
Same time. Oh, bro, thanks for. Same time. Salute to the city as always, man. Get your own catchphrase. Don't salute.
I don't know what to do. Like, I just say, all right, see y'all next time.
He's been sitting there with his hands. Like, I don't know what to do. All right, so we just dragging this out, man. So we'll holler at y'all next week. Like I said,
this was an exclusive episode.
Yeah, a little bit longer.
2.5 hours. And it was like nothing.
You good at what you do.
Yep. All right. Well, hold on. New comment. Somebody commented.
It was your mom, Angela.
Thumbs up.
It was Angela and Angela.
Oh, I'm bowling. I can't wait to bowling on Can't wait to bowling in a couple of days because I've been practicing. Like, I'm trying to I was thinking about this in my head. Can I actually be a professional bowler?
No.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. But if I practice every day,
You think that's all it's saying?
Epiphany Bowling, Epiphany Sports.
Hey, I'm with it. Put the logo on the bowling ball.
We have our own team. All right, let's get out of here.
All right, man. We out. Thanks.